Alive. Let's put these here. This there. Should we? Should we? No communications. Start confessions. This can go back here. Boing. My hair is a hot mess. Holy shit. Start a poll. 3 oracles. Then I kind of want to take a look at Whispers of the Wild. And What Lies Beneath, which is also a new deck. Ashley! Hi darling! Welcome. How are you? I'm doing alright. I've been procrastinating. I've been very, very tired, and I'm only where it's like it's only Tuesday. It feels like it's like Thursday, but it is Tuesday. So I've been very, very tired and just not really feeling it, which is also okay because it is the full moon and it's also a lunar eclipse as well, so it's like I get it, it's just annoying. But apart from that, good, I suppose. Good. I was starting the day off so good, feeling good, putting on a little dress, my new dress that I have, using new oracle that I have, going all well, and then halfway it just kind of like flipped. But yeah. Can I please have no communication from Donkey? Yes. Ooh, but lies beneath the oracle. No, don't look for that one. Yes, please do. It's a good one. I haven't used it a whole lot. I've been using it today more and more just to get a little bit used to it. But I do think I like it. I'm just very tired today. Oh my god. Okay, Bruce. Bruce for Ashley. What would you like to tell Ashley? We have jealousy. I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. You're so special. You're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough. And lastly, you are mine. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I want the world to know you're mine. Oh, let's just throwing everything. I do think that What Lies Beneath Oracle is a really good addition to my Oracle set, because we don't really have anything like that. Like, what is, what's happening, what lies beneath their behavior. Thank you for the donation. Let me take a look. So, What Lies Beneath and Little Love Notes. Little Love Notes and What Lies Beneath. Take a look. Bruce. What lies beneath Bruce's behavior? Bruce. What lies beneath Bruce's behavior? Okay, I'll take these. This one I kind of feel like I don't necessarily want to take, but I'll put that to the side and we can take a look at it with like a grain of salt. So what we're having is insecure, putting on a show. We have police, and then outdated, discarded, outdated, irrelevant, old news. Okay, and then we have envy, don't want to hear it, and a fake apology as well. But these I'm a bit taken with a grain of salt. At the bottom of the list, bottom of the deck, we have bad choices. So what lies underneath there? Bad choices, leading to insecurity, putting on a show, faking shit. I think that he might have had encounters with the police, or that there is some sort of like reference to police there. It might have been an outdated thing. I do think that they have an outdated way of thinking. Again, stuck in their old mindset. You know, leading with that insecurity, not really developed. So when we have an insecurity when we are 12 and we don't develop that, then we are still going to have the same mindset, even though we grow older, of that 12-year-old when it comes to that specific like insecurity. Again, at the bottom of the deck, we have bad choices. So yeah, I hope that made sense. That makes sense. New beans! Hi darling! Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we also want love notes from Bruce for Ashley. Bruce for Ashley. I want you. I love you so much. Are you thinking about me? And I miss you, but I don't have time right now. What's up with the fake apology? That is from the pile that kind of like popped up where I'm like, I don't know if I want to take it. I think that that might just be like the, you know, if I were to apologize right now, it might come across like a fake apology, or that they are afraid that it might come across as a fake apology. It's fake scam, then by all means, darling, fuck off. Yes, yes, goodbye. Sorry. Hi everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing good. Touch my belly. Are you a cat, darling? Oh no, and dogs as well. Cat and dog bellies. Only bellies I touch. Hi everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. Oh, I was going to take a look at the poll. So, welcome. If you're interested in the free oracles, there's a poll up right now on which you guys can vote what we will be using for the free oracles. Only the top 2 answers we will be adding on. The choices are either no communications oracles from your person, dark confessions from your person, and then I have 2 new decks, Whispers of the Wild, which is some advice and guidance for you, or the What Lies Beneath. So to have a little bit of an insight of like what's happening beneath their behavior, what's going on, what is their like motivation, or where's it coming from, what's going on. So yeah, fill in the poll, let me know. Russia is good, great darling, don't need to spam it in my chat, but have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Anyway, I don't know what's happening today. Well, full moon. And a lunar eclipse, so probably that. Anyway, fill in the poll, let me know what it is that you would like to see me do for the free oracles today. If you would like an oracle right now, it is going to be for a €2 donation, whether it is one of these or any of my other oracles. You'll find the list of all my oracles in the description box. If you're wanting a more in-depth one-question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than euro, let me know. I'll look it up and we will figure it out. The poll is going on YouTube. So on YouTube there's a poll up. I will close it in like 3 minutes or something. And then we will start with the free oracles. Ashley, thank you for the donation. Oh, that hurt. Oh my god. That hurt so much. What's up with the police card from What Lies Beneath the Oracle? Bruce, why did we have the police card for you here? So what lies beneath? Why do we have the police card here? For Bruce. What lies beneath? We have the Queen of Wands as overall energy. I'm kind of feeling that someone confronted him in the past with going to the police. The Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, Judgment, the High Priestess, and the Tower. And then the Eight of Pentacles. Again, I kind of feel like he has had interactions with the police. I don't think it has been so like he got arrested. I don't think it's anything like that. But I don't know if that's Belen. I'm kind of leaning toward maybe Belen sent the police on him or something, or some sort of authority kind of like figure, where I don't know if it was him already like moving on or something that she made some accusations. For what though? The Eight of Pentacles is like learning more information. So I think they just stopped by to get some information, and then when the information was there, it's like, okay, let's continue, let's move on, and let's, But I do think that it set a little bit of hesitation when it comes to, I kind of feel like relationships. Is that Belen or is that like his mom? Because I don't think he had any real... The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, I feel like that's Belen though, with Temperance. Five Cups. I do think that it is already in the past. I think that it just makes him a little bit hesitant when it comes to like relationships. Why the Chariot? The Star. So he does want to move forward from this. What was this about though? What was the accusation about? What was it about? Four of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. So the Four of Cups is about like regret, and it is about grieving, and it is about, I don't know, like I'm a bit between like, is it just her stuff was there and she made like a whole drama about being scared of getting her stuff? The Ten of Swords is very, very, very hurtful energy. Can sometimes lead a little bit to physical intimidation. So I think that she meant, or she had made some sort of comment of like feeling threatened or something. Six of Pentacles. The Hanged Panda. Nine of Wands. I think she had made an accusation right in his face of like him cheating, which he was like, that's rich. And I think that there might have been a authority kind of like figure that she had some sort of like sob story to, and then when they went to check on Bruce, and he was like, I don't know dude, I don't know what to tell you, and they were like, yeah, okay, I get it, she's just being a little bitch. I do think that this is something that happened a while ago, but I do think that that is something that is making him cautious. Did she lie about him hitting her? I don't know if she made it. I don't think that she said like he hit her, but I think that she made the, like, she said it in a way that you can like assume it. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Nine of, that there was a little bit of like ruckus, or there was a little bit of like push and shove. Belen is such a pick-me girl. Oh my god. Like, it's such a... I know I did as well. Like, I defended myself. You know? Where it's like, girl, get over yourself. She is just evil. Not to say that women... Because I feel like she is such the bad name for women who does end up in serious situations where people don't believe them because of women like Belen, where it's like she is just, yeah, getting attention. Because I feel like Belen gives out as much as she gets, if not more. I feel like Belen really pushed it. So yeah. I don't think necessarily that he now thinks that you would do the same thing, but I do think that just in general, when it comes to dating and whatnot, that it did make him just a little, like, cautious, which is understandable, You never really think that your partner does that until they do. But yeah, I think it made him a bit, like, more cautious when it comes to opening up or, getting into connections, stuff like that. But again, that is what he wanted. He wanted her, exactly. Lesson learned, hopefully. Ha! I assume. Let me check my phone real quick. Let me take a look at the poll. Let me end the poll. So what lies beneath, and what do we say? No communications? I think. No communications. Okay. Love that we have the new deck. I need to update this list, because oh my god. No communications. Or what lies beneath? How did I say that? What lies beneath? Oh, I need to skip this song because I will get flagged. What lies beneath their behavior? I don't think that's gonna fit in YouTube, but that is fine. Let me go on YouTube. I do need to say that yes, go onto YouTube, but also I need to have viewers on Twitch. I want to get affiliated so that you guys can actually like pay bits and whatnot for extra oracles and all that good stuff. But I need an average, I think, of 4 viewers, 3 viewers. 3, I don't know, 3 or 4 viewers during, oh no, 3, average of 3 viewers during 4 live streams. Which, with the content I make, it's a challenge. But yeah, I'm here. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, darling. Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you are returning. If you are new, nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person. Very direct tarot reader. If you're interested in the free oracles, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, have liked the live stream, let me know what like number, so when you click like, what number shows up, you are, as well as which oracle you would like. So the 2 options available for today, it's either no communications oracle, so if there is no communication or limited communication, what is it that they would like to tell you or what's going on. Next up we have the what lies beneath oracle. This is a new deck that we are cracking in today, but it is like what lies beneath their behavior, what the frick is going on. If you're wanting a different oracle, a priority one, like skipping the line, or just another one, it is going to be for a €2 donation. If you would like a more in-depth 1-question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know, I'll look it up. For the free oracles, I will start from my last chat, work my way down, so if your question or request is not underneath there, leave it once more. Have patience. I will get to your question eventually. So yes, okay, let's take a look. Also keep in mind that memberships do have the priority in the chat, so I will get to those first and then I will just continue the list. Hi King of Pentacles, hello. Hi there. Hi Vanessa. Vanessa, yes, hi. I'm surprised she didn't say he or her too. Yeah, Try changing the title. Could be. Does that help? I don't know if that helps. It's also, it's just like with the content that I make, people don't linger, you know, as much. So I need a lot more people in the live stream watching on Twitch, as well as Twitch isn't really the platform for tarot, which is fine, you know. I wasn't planning on it anyway, but yes, okay. Hi Nandini, hi. Let me know what like number you are, darling, and I will take a look. Without a like number, I'm not gonna get to your questions. Ignore no communications from Priyanshu. He removed you. Lol, okay. Priyanshu, or ignore. Priyanshu. Jealousy. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. Showing out. I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered. And lastly, you hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. I need more time to heal. Okay. Ashley, thank you for the donation. Does Bruce finally learned looks can be deceiving and you can't always judge a book by its cover, from villains versus me? Has Bruce finally learned that he needs to look inside people and not just the outside that matters? Bruce, have you finally learned that lesson? That the outside isn't always what matters? I'll take that one too. And then one went to the ground, of course it did. Wait. Okay. Also, Happy New Year, by the way, for everyone celebrating Lunar New Year. Happy New Year. And for everyone that started Ramadan today, good luck fighting, you got this. So, has Bruce finally learned? We have the Hermit, we have the Empress, the Six of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, Two of Swords, King of Swords, and the Page of Wands. As the overall energy, the Three of Swords. Okay. Has he learned? Kinda. The Three of Swords is very heartbroken. It is very hurt. With the Knight of Pentacles, though, I think that this is a lesson that he is learning very slowly, with that Ten of Wands as well. I think he's a little bit hard-headed in that. More in a sense of, like, I cannot help it, I just want a hot wife, man. You know? Very dude answer. Yeah. I think part of it is also culture, so not necessarily about looks altogether in the sense of like they have to be hot, but I think that culture plays a big part as well, like his upbringing. The Hermit is looking inwards to look for answers, so I do think that he is getting that, like, okay, looks aren't everything, like the inside is what matters. Like, yes, most, but I am a dude. Not just a dude, but we as people do get attracted by the outside first. What we see first. The Two of Swords is very indecisive, so I think that if he were to be put in a similar situation where he has to choose, I think he would have more awareness, but I still think that he would have a hard time choosing. I do think that he more so has now, okay, let's get to know someone better and not just go off of looks alone. 6 of Wands, small victories, right? We'll take it. We'll take it. I do think that he would now more have like deeper conversations with them, with like people. What is happening? Well, that's the bullshit she was going to say. I physically heard her in the bathroom when I still worked there. Yeah, Bruce flinched with me like I was going to hit him, but not her. And she was the one who did. Yeah. He acted like I was just the most horrible and she was perfect queen. Oh. There you have it. Yeah, again, with the Three of Swords overall energy, I do still see that, like, hurt and pain energy being there. And I think we've talked about this before. As long as there's still that wound that's, like, open, I think he is drawn more to people like his mother. Or, you know, I always say you always date the person that traumatized you at some point in your life. Because there's that subconscious of, like, one, I know this, and two, if I can make this person treat me better, that means it's not me, but it was them in the past, you know? And I feel that that is still something that's kind of, like, going on. Has he learned his... He is on the way. He's not there yet. Not completely, but fairly... so he would still follow his other brain. Yes, I cannot show that. Sorry, I cannot show that. But yes. Well, not exactly. Again, I think we have some hesitation, which is improvement, I think. But full on, he would ignore it? No. He would have a hard time choosing. There's now a pause. Six of Wands is small improvement, so he's learning. Yes, he hasn't learned completely, but he's on his way. He's on his jolly way. Yeah, I have high hopes that he will figure it out at some point. The Knight of Pentacles is just the slowest moving energy in deck, so it just requires a lot of time. With the Ten of Wands, very, very tired energy. There is that contemplating, am I doing well? Do I need to make different choices? Do I need to make a different choice altogether? And Spirit's just like, yes! And he's like, well, I don't know, maybe, you know. Yeah, so, yeah. He's learning. Has he learned it completely? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh no, Melissa, I'm sorry to hear that. There members? I don't think so. So Melissa wanted the hidden message from Joe. Joe for Melissa. Joe. Gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. A soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. And indecisive. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. At the bottom we have, I'm trying to move on. New chapter. Not necessarily moving on from you, but like moving on from whatever happened. But yeah, I feel like he does need to make a decision. It's not completely his fault, but he reacted completely out of line. I think this is also, again, with that indecisiveness, that, like, make up your mind. Stick with it. I feel like there's not really a match with how he wants to feel and how he is acting. You know? Ashley, thank you for the donation. Quick tarot. So that's just a yes or no. Does he still think you are a horrible person? First, do you still think Ashley is a horrible person? Queen of Wands, the Sun, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Knight of Swords. No, I don't think so. Two of Cups as well. No, I don't think so. The Sun is happiness. The Ace of Pentacles is like an opportunity, a new chance. Knight of Wands is that fuckboy energy. The Empress, I think that you were just out of his league. He knew it, and he just, you know, projected that onto him with that Knight of Swords, not really thinking about it and just saying shit. So, no, I don't think so. Second question, did Belen report him lying? Violently? Is that what that is? Violently? Oh no. No. That's therapy, darling. At the very least, therapy. I didn't mean to. Therapy. But I was just therapy. Yeah, but therapy. Report him lying that he art her to the police. Huh? I don't really get the question, darling. Yeah, really badly. I thought it was going to be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. This is then a time where the question is, okay, what do you want? So did Belen lie about... It's broken right now. I get that. I totally get that. Give yourself a little bit of breathing space as well. For that, because that's a lot, and you don't deserve that. Doesn't matter what, whether it is or isn't his fault. That's not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Did Belen lie? Report Bruce to the police that he art her. Okay. I don't know if she went to the police though to tell them that he did that to her. Did Belen report Bruce to the police that he art her? With the Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Cups, the Death card, the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Swords, Temperance, and the World. No. I think that she might have... I don't know if it is the police though as well. I feel like that she might have said something of like, he threatened me. Or he comes across threatening. Because with the Hierophant as well, it's like how it happened and then she made it into something else. Normally the Hierophant is doing the right thing in the right way, in the right order, in the right time, like very traditional, like very, like, according to the rules. But this Hierophant is like, what comes in, it's different from what comes out. It's like she gets something, and then she makes something more, like, beautiful, or she tries to, you know, the Death card as well, transform something into it, having a little bit of fantasy. Did she lie? 100%. I don't think it is about doing that. But yeah, I think that she made it seem like she is just a home caretaker, wifey, and yeah, made the suggestion, because I don't think that she was as stupid enough to actually accuse him of actually doing it. I think that there has been the assumption been made of like, I'm feeling threatened. Yeah. kids were there screaming, asking him to stop. I think Joe is lost and he doesn't want me anymore. Darling, you shouldn't want him anymore. You shouldn't want him anymore. And that's what he doesn't want to say. That, okay, well that could make sense with all the like energy we're getting of like where I just keep saying, just talk, just say it, just, you know, get it out there. For you and your kids, exactly. Exactly. I got one more question. Okay, darling, let me know. Yeah, no. I don't give a shit at this point if it is the most wonderful person, like if he has the potential and if he is going through a lot. You don't do shit like that. You don't. Especially when kids are involved. Even when there are no kids involved. Even if it is just against you and no one was there, then it's still a run situation. Add children on top of that is just a full stop. That's just a full no. No. And then if there is oh but I don't want to, therapy. Go into fucking therapy. Come back when you like are 3 months in and we can talk about it, but no. No. Absolutely fucking not. No. No. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve that. No. I was thinking he was hiding something else. He tried to get the kids to lock me out of the house? No. 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 Pack your shit. Right now. I'm not even kidding. Pack your shit. No. 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 I'm just so sad. Of course. 100%. I get that. 100%. Right now, the focus is safety. For you, for your kids. And it's just business mode. Okay, I'll deal with the emotions later. Does it suck? Yes, but I need to get the fuck out of here. No. 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 That's the only... No. Mm-mm. Yeah, no. Same with the bullshit with his friends. That's like to be overlooked, you know, with how his friends were talking about you, where it's like, okay, well, that's their opinion. But yeah, no. 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 Sorry. I don't know what else to say, just, no. The fucking audacity. No. Unacceptable. I don't have anywhere to go, and he said he won't let me take them because I have nowhere to go. He said it as well. Okay, great. Job, like, this is reporting thing. Police. Make a report. I can't leave my kids. I get that. There is help out there, 100%. There's help. I just don't know, as I am not American, how the system works. I did. Okay, good. At the beginning, did Bruce think I was going to be like... Also, yeah, because I'm not American, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there are other people in the chat that kind of like can help or can, I don't know, point you in a direction. But yeah. At the beginning, did Bruce think I was going to be like Belen, violent? Quick yes or no, and how he sees it now? Bruce, did you ever think at the beginning that Ashley was going to be violent? With the world, I don't think so. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Fool. No, I actually don't think he thought that at all. And I think that that might also be why he flinched when you're like, he flinched at the beginning. I think because he didn't expect it. He didn't ever expect you to do that. And then when you make a motion or a sudden change, that is more surprising. When it is someone that you expected from, I think with Belen, he never in his life flinched because he saw it coming. Does that make sense? Yeah, no. So, no, I don't think he saw that with you. We literally have the World, which is the ending of a cycle, and the Fool, a totally new beginning. I think he have been beaten in the past by, just in the past. And this was a new beginning. The Six of Swords, being able to walk away. Seven of Pentacles, it's something that we don't know, but let's invest into it. You know, it's new. Six of Pentacles, well, investing, small steps forward. The Nine of Cups, a wish being fulfilled. So no, I don't think he ever thought you would get violence with him. And again, I think that that is exactly, that's also, okay, again, what you are comfortable with, right? He knows how it works in violent situations. And then when you get in a no violent situation, there's always a what's behind it, or when is this gonna turn, or when, you know, is it gonna come? And then the tension of never knowing when the violence is gonna come is what's gonna make you flinch more, you know, than when you are expecting it. Like Belen is violent in a way that he knows and expects how, when it comes, how it manifests, you know. So yeah. Oh, I'm hurting so bad. Oh my god. And how he sees it now. So yeah, no, I don't think so. Do you still want me to take a look at how he sees it now? Because I think nothing really has changed there. I don't think he ever saw it like you ever being violent. Just about to say that to Lenny reported to the police and let them know he is violent outburst and unstable, not safe around kids. Yeah, I didn't hear what he said, so I asked him 3 times, what did you say? And he flinched. Yeah. And he just also said I had anger issues. I do, but I would always walk away or kick them out for anyone. Yeah. I just want you to know that how much you're doing this. Oh, I honestly have no worries to even talk about this. I'm glad, darling. I'm really, really glad that, you know, this is a safe space for you, because I really, really want it to be 100%. 100%. So I'm glad that you trust me and us enough to talk about it. Talk about it as much as you want as well, darling. Just get it out of your system if you need be. Yeah, Ashley, to continue on yours, like you said, I had anger issues, you do. Again, I think with that as well, that your anger might be more unpredictable, or how you go about it is different than what he is used to. Like a more in-depth look into it, because I didn't understand why he flinched, and he thought she was not violent, but I'm the problem. I'm just not understanding it. You can help me figure it out. Why he flinched. Okay, what about it are you not really like understanding? Of like why he flinched in that very particular moment? Or just all together why he would be more guarded, on edge with you and not with Belen? Yeah, again, Melissa, just stay safe, darling. Just stay safe. And just get the fuck out of there as soon as you're able to. Get help. Yeah. I can't understand any of it. I'm just so confused. My mind, like, string all tangled up. Okay, so let's take one of those strings out. I mean, I thought I was going to get flowers, but all I got was just stupid shit. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so, like, frustrating as well to, you know, see the potential. I can't get a job. I can't get a job. How do you know that? Oh. Okay, so one of those strings for, because I don't hit people, I guess I throw inanimate objects causing a scream and cry, but I don't take it out on a person. Okay, let's take a look at why that scares him, like, more. So Bruce, Ashley's behavior when she's angry, why is that more upsetting to you? We have the Five of Pentacles. We have Judgments, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Emperor. The Six of Wands. Five Pentacles. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling that this might be more a father wound. I think part of it is surprise. I don't think he had thought you had anger issues. The Five of Pentacles as an overall energy, that's a feeling of feeling... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, maybe, but he doesn't know what to do with it. When someone is outbursting to stuff like that. Again, when it is to him or to someone else, a person, he knows how to deal with that. And I feel like when it comes to, you're just like, ugh, and like just letting it out, but throwing shit and stuff, he doesn't really know how to reply to that. I think that it might have driven him into a feeling of like a child again. Judgment being there from the past. I feel like shit like this happened where someone just threw shit. I don't know if he comes from a family that has a lot of aggression, but I kind of feel like his mom being the one that hit him, but I think that his dad was the one that because I do think that Bruce would never hit someone, especially like, well, a guy, but like a woman, I don't think he would ever hit. And I think his dad as well just went like, well, I never hit a woman before, and get it out through throwing other shit. I also think that some of it has to do with the connection that you guys are having. Like, it's not nice to see the person you have a soul connection with struggle. And it is almost like personal as well. Why is this so upsetting for Bruce? Temperance, Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles. I think it's also more so than like the shit that you break or the shit that you throw. I feel like it's more so the words that you then use. Three of Pentacles, like working together, Death card, and the Three of Swords. Yeah. It just becomes unpredictable. Most because I'm so frustrated and I don't know how to figure it out, and I try so hard, I'm so frustrated and cry and feel like a failure. I get that. The not being able to deal with frustration in a healthy way. I mean, same. I have that as well. Where you just hold it in and then you just cry. Because if you don't hold it in, you are starting to just throw. Just the frustration of not being heard, not being understood. Yeah. Because I was always told I was a failure, and I'm trying so hard to prove I'm not. Yeah. And the harder that you try to prove that you are not, the more frustrated you are gonna get. I'll give you that already. Okay, side note from this, I want to do a little bit of like coaching into what you just said, because that's a very interesting thing. Like, you have this deep inside you, you have this word of like a failure, and that word just gives you the ick. The moment that you hear it, like failure, that's like, oh, I don't want to be that. Funnily enough, that is a perception of yourself. I'm a failure, but I'm gonna do my best, work hard, try everything I can to prove that that belief system is wrong. However, the more that you try to prove that you're wrong, the more power that you give that belief system. And look at her, she's trying so hard because she thinks she's not a failure. That's funny. Like, that is what subconsciously happens. So what you can do instead is embrace it. I'm a failure. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, sorry. You didn't get the memo. I'm a failure. Like, crack a joke at it a little bit. Every time something small happens, I don't know, you knock something over, like, oh, look at that, I'm such a failure, and like picking it up, like trying to crack a joke, not in the sense of like, oh, this happens, I'm a failure, but more in the sense of like, of course, what was I thinking? I'm like a failure. Embracing that shadow side of ourselves. Embracing that, because then you give away a little bit the power of it, where if you then trip, it's not where it's like, oh, I need to be successful, or oh, that wasn't like perfect. It's like, oh yes, of course, I'm clumsy, I'm a failure, I'm, yeah. Why I don't ask for help unless I can't really do it. I did that, but then I just got into depression. Yeah, but do it as like a joking form. Like, oh, look at that. Trying to catch yourself failing. Not in the sense of like, look at you, you're failing again. Because I think that that's kind of like what's happening in our head. Instead of cracking a joke with it. Going like, oh, you also cannot do this. You also are doing that wrong. You're also doing this wrong. But, yeah. Trying to more so crack a joke of it. Of like, look at that. Like, whenever you have a thought, just go like when you have negative self-talk, you can talk back to yourself. When it's like, oh, you're such a failure, such an idiot, talk back to like, oh, wait, but no, you didn't. Yes, I am a failure. You didn't get the memo. That's fine. But this behavior comes with failure, and this is now okay and acceptable. So accepting that part as well. I like Frans because he would pull a silver lining out of my failure and pull me up again and help me with advice. Some other way I try that will help. Well, that's good. Go do go do. I don't know who Franz is, but yeah. Because there is always, like, life and living is failing. It is trial and error, and it is having to fail. We fail 85% of our lives with the things that we do. So yeah, embrace it. I am gonna fail. And then every failure is a lesson. Okay, what did we learn from that? Okay, great. Then next time, hopefully we do it a little bit less fucked up. Great. Learn something. Franz is my friend from college that lives in New York. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even know what were we looking into with this again? Oh right, why he was having a hard time. I think some of it was explosive. 2, I think all your hurt came out in one thing. I think that you are very composed until you reach your limit, and then everything comes out. And I think that that can be very scary. As well as not really sure what to do. I think what you said and the attitude that you hold also let no room for approach. That there was a fear of, like, is this gonna turn if I try? Like, going against me, if I try. I think that this was just something that he wasn't skilled in dealing with. Again, with like Belen and whatnot, like the physical in his face to him or to other people, I think he understands more what to do or how that goes, or stuff like that. Sorry, so why exactly is Bruce like that when I fell apart after I let out my frustration? Yeah. I think that he's just unable and unaware of what to do. He's not used to those kinds of, like, outbursts. I think he is more used to someone that has that edge always. And just cry and experience his depression for a while. Yeah. I don't know if you've tried the Flip Thinking podcast, but it can be a good one as well to listen to. Okay, hi everyone, welcome. Let me reset the chat real quick. So, hi everyone, welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. If you are new, nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy, I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. Actually, we can talk a little bit more after I do the introduction, but I just want to get it out of the way. If you're interested in the free oracles, all you need to do is follow the channel, like the live stream, let me know your name, your like number, and which oracle you would like, and I will take a look. I will start from my last chat, work my way down, so if your question or request is not underneath there, leave it once more, have patience, I'll get to your question eventually. The 2 options available for today are either the no communications oracles from your person, or what lies beneath, what is happening behind their actions, what is the ground reason why they act the way that they do. If you would like a different oracle, priority oracle, or just another one, a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you're wanting a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know, I'll look it up and we will figure it out. So that is what is going on. apparently a part of the reason why I am like that is because my ADHD, we have a hard time regulating emotions. Yeah, which is, yeah, I get that. I can see that. Beans, Lilith, no communication from Jean. Or Lilith. I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Father wounds. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. And we also have mother wounds. My mother is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine feminine energy within me and externally. Okay, so a lot. Jeez, indeed. Indeed. Oh my god. Noza, no communications with Fuats. Fuats for Noza. Fuats. That's it? Okay. I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Lost. I feel lost without you. You're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart and I really enjoy our conversations. Twin Flame, you activated my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. And lastly, my dreams. I've been dreaming about you. In my dreams, we're so free and in love. Wish I could stay there forever. Feel no communications from David's. Spoiling you. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips, everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. I'm single right now. I'm not attached to anyone and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. And lastly, I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. I'm thinking part of it is what I've seen growing up too, coming from my stepdad, anger, active, and my mother's narcissist. Yeah, I get that. I think it's also, we're supposed to, like, our caretakers are our role models. If they didn't show healthy ways of dealing with emotions, how the fuck are you supposed to learn, right? Like, you don't learn that shit in school. They don't go and sit down and go like, okay, guys, this is how to live life 101, how to deal with emotions 101. That's something as an adult for us as well, to learn healthier coping mechanisms as well, especially when it comes to frustration. That's a really, because frustration isn't really an emotion. Frustration is a build-up of stuff happening, of feelings. Sometimes the frustration can be sadness, sometimes the frustration can be happiness, sometimes the frustration can be, whatever. Same with, like, anger. Anger isn't really an emotion. It is, after frustration you get angry, and sometimes that happens very quickly. But it's usually like a build-up of emotions, and that's why it's so hard to deal with the frustration part, because it's never the frustration as well. I think it's multiple things coming together, stumbling on top of each other, and then the last thing that's been added, that's what we blame the frustration on, But yeah, how we grow up and how we see other people deal with those kind of like emotions, as on top of our own wiring and our own trauma and whatnot, is what causes how to deal with situations like that. Kim, no communications from Marshall. Marshall for Kim. Feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's easier to stay in silence. Lost. I feel lost without you. Let the past go. Can we rewind time and go back before we were both broken down by life? Our past holds us back from our future. Father wounds. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. And lastly, you feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. Please stay sorry. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Samina, no communications from Shoaib. Thank you, you're very welcome, darling. Shoaib for Samina. You're so special, you're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before and I can't get enough. And mother wounds. My mother is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine feminine energy within me and externally. Hi Giselle, hi darling, welcome, welcome, welcome. Love the moon emoji, because yes, it is a solar eclipse as well, like full moon, solar eclipse, so there's a lot happening with the energy today. No communication from Raoul for Giselle. Raoul for Giselle. No one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I have, there's no one who compares to you. This isn't goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We will be together again soon. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. And lastly, finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. Ashley, thank you for the donation. I'm not sure how to ask. That's fine, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. Let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know, no. Nadira, darling, there's no need to spam your question. I will get to your question eventually. Shiva Blessings, Tarot, no communications from Anmol for Kritika. Anmol for Kritika. Anmol. Finish the oracles. Okay, darling, I will. Soon but you let me know what you wanted about, and then we can talk about it while I'm doing the oracle. So from Anmol, soon, I'm going to contact you soon. You're mine. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I want the world to know you're mine. And then we also have let me go. You deserve all the good things in the world, and right now I am not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. That's such a like, okay, I cannot commit right now, but don't date anyone else. Save yourself for me. I'm gonna work on myself. I might be dating other people, but I don't want you dating other people. That's such a... Jesus. I almost forgot to update Linda. You were spot on with the gut issues yesterday and today. I've had the worst stomach pains and going the 100-yard dash to the toilet. I'm feeling better now. Oh, that's great. That's not great. It's great that you're feeling better now. I'm sorry that I had... Not necessarily. It's not my fault that I predicted. I just caught up on it. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's good. Happy, yay. Giselle already did yours. Monica, what lies beneath Jay's behavior? Good question. Jay, my dude. J. What lies behind your behavior? Where's Monica? J. What lies behind your behavior? I kind of want this one. Which one is that? Is that this one? That's this one. J. Bad choices as overall energy. No shit. Don't want to hear it. So very much sticking his head in the making bad choices. Don't want to hear it. Just trying to distract themselves. Betrayal, deceit, backstabbing, traitors, unworthy of trust. So having had trust issues, betrayals before. And recording, announcing, expressing, revealing truth. And that's also, this is like a burned, like, it's like burned, and recording is like broken. So I kind of feel like that this is like keeping them from speaking their truth, trying to get distractions. Having trust issues, being betrayed in the past, and then underneath the bad choices we have game over. So feeling like, nope. I think that they are very much like a runner. Been betrayed in the past before, not even trusting people anymore now. Don't want to hear it, don't want to deal with it, don't want to learn, don't want to grow, don't want to talk about it, even though with that recording, announcing, expressing, revealing truth, I think that there had been a desire to do so, or like it's good if I talk, or it should be better, like I agree I should talk, but then not doing it. Yeah. Bullshit, basically. You're always accurate. I was like, well, Lindy did warn me. I should have seen this coming. Well, that's funny. But I'm sorry. But also, what were you supposed to do, right? Like, wear a diaper? Like, you know. Thank you very much. You're very welcome, darling. Very, very welcome. Dev Terror, what lies beneath? Oh, let me know your like number, darling, and I will take a look. I'm saying for this. No. Huh? No, less communication, no communication. From Zayn to Nadira. Zayn. Okay, we have the future. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. And lastly, we have let me go. You deserve all the good things in this world, and right now I am not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. I think that there is that, you know, I want you in my life for a long time. I just feel like I'm not the right person right now. And I think that they might be distancing themselves a little bit because they have that belief system like, you deserve everything and I want that future with you, but I cannot give it to you right now. Very much. Now that what lies beneath Unnull's behavior for a Critica. Unnull towards Critica. What lies beneath his behavior towards Critica? Nothing. Expecting a new beginning. Unnull. What lies behind Unnull's behavior towards Critica? A new beginning. Getting a room, hotel, motel, sweet business and pleasure. And a hater. Don't want to hear it. So I don't know if this is, I kind of feel like either he got someone pregnant, cheated, like getting a room also feels very sneaky, you know, meeting up somewhere, with that hater as well, don't want to hear it. I think he is doing something that he shouldn't be doing, but instead of like owning up to that. He's like, I'm not, no, I just, no, you know? A new beginning as well, starting over. Oh my god, thank you, you're welcome. That's also, I'm still just reminiscing on the gut issue things, because it is weird, like, well, like, it's not something, it's like good that what I do like resonates, or that I caught onto that, but it's not something where I'm like, I should put that down as a reference. So like Lindy predicted my 100-yard run to the toilet that I had this weekend. That's how accurate she is. You know? Even though I would say that's impressive, but you know, I don't think it would motivate people to get readings. Oh, it's funny though. It was funny and torture. I get that. Yeah. Also, the full moon is fucking up a lot. Like, we have a solar eclipse tonight as well. I think right now, isn't it going on right now? Oh yes, in the Netherlands it's going on right now. Yep. So that should be fun. It's just weird energy. It's not that it's like normal where you have like bad sleeping and being a bit on edge. I think that it's just it's just explosive. It's insane. I was lucky I had medicine, yeah. Okay, Ashler. So, if that is how Bruce sees how I am when I get overwhelmed, he calls it me stressing out, but it is not that. And how he feels about me lately. Is he sure he wants to, or... Huh? And can deal with that, or help me learn to change it. Bruce did say to me before, when he thought I was stressing out, to put all the stress on me. I'm used to all the stress, yeah. So yeah, I understand it's not stressing out. It's not stressing out. It's just overwhelmed. It is frustration. It is people not listening, not being heard, things then failing, people not, taking you serious. It's not stressing out. It's not some labor that you can just put on him. It's not that the work itself is overwhelming. It is the emotional labor that comes with it, and that's not necessarily something that you can just not do, or like just give to him. It's not that you can go like, okay, so these people are not working and it's stressing me out. Here, you now have my emotional labor of them not working. Good luck. It isn't. That's not how it works. It is cute that he's like put that stress on me. I mean, I love that. He said it not quiet and then care was around when I still worked with at his store. Like, put the stress on him. Oh, that's nice. Hi, darling. Hey. Again, I forgot your name. Oh my god, I'm such a bad... Not person, Lindy. You just have bad memory. Because you used to have your name in your handle, I think. You didn't even care if Belen heard. I think that is very much the not wanting you to get to that point where you do get like that. Because I think it's also for him, like, watching you like that, overwhelming, but also like, what do you do, right? In moments like that. So I think him saying, like, just put the stress on me is very caring in the sense of, like, I don't want you to get to that point where you are that overwhelmed. And I think he called it stressing it out because I think he doesn't know what else to call it. So is the question then, how does he see himself dealing with this? After I left and just a month ago, I didn't realize how sweet that was. He actually really did care about me. Yeah. Because, yeah, people that don't care, if you are in like a meltdown like that, they just go like, I don't care, get your shit together and get the fuck out of there. You know, that is like not caring. But this is actually very much like, oh, he actually tried to like help in a way. I think he didn't understand what's happening, but yeah. Let me grab a little bit of water, guys. Let me grab a little bit of water. Oh, wait a bit. I need a new chair. Oh my god. Okay. Let me take a look at some advice and guidance from the universe for you while we think about what question to ask about this. So, advice and guidance from the universe for RMU, for PK. I want one more shuffle. We have the new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. And the new moon eclipse. We have the full moon eclipse right now going on. Expect powerful change. So bringing a little bit more love into it. Whether it is self-love, whether it is gratefulness, whether it is giving love to and understanding to other people, where more likeness, adding a little bit more love in our day-to-day. I guess just a yes or no if he really wants to or can deal with it. And then, yes, how does he think he will deal with it or try to help? Okay. So does he really want to? Does Bruce really want to help you when you get overwhelmed and angry and stressed? Bruce, you really want to help Ashley through that. We have the Tower and the Emperor, so I do want to say yes. We have the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Star, and the Chariot. So yeah, I do think that he genuinely wants to help. The Tower is sudden change, revelation, breakthrough. So again, I do feel that your breakdown just happened quickly, suddenly. It can like set off. With the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, that is curiosity, wanting to know, what can I say, what can I do, how can I help. The Two of Pentacles, trying to balance. So again, with what he said of like, give me a little bit of that stress so that we can carry it together, so that we are in balance. With that Star, having high hope for the future. The Star is the stars had that high hope. The Chariot is very forward moving energy. So yeah. With the Emperor underneath the Tower as well, I do think that there is the desire to do so. I think that there is just a little bit of question. I don't know how to. But there is that curiosity of like, let me help you in that. So yeah. And then your question. Would you like me to take a look at that one? Why does he want to help you with being overall? I think that is just not like to see you like that. Or would you like me to take a look at how he thinks he will deal with it or try to help? I shouldn't bite my lips, but oh my god. Yeah, how he thinks he will try to help. Okay. Maybe we get a little bit of like why as well in it, but let's just take a look. How does he think he will try to help? Bruce, how do you think you can help Ashley in that situation? Bruce, how do you think you can help? Or how you will help? How will you try to help? We have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is like expending. So part of it is, I kind of feel like, okay, I'm seeing one distraction, trying to distract you from things, but also feel like that there is going to be like questions of like, to you, what works best for you, or just trying something different to see if it helps. So whether that is distracting, talking about it, whatever seemed to help. So again, trying things a little bit different each time. We have the Six of Cups, so repeating what has worked in the past, or what he remembers what you like, or remembers what helped back then, or, you know, remembering stuff. We have the Ten of Swords, allowing you to talk about your feelings, letting the hurt be there, not going like, oh, it's okay, it's alright, it's not that big of a thing, but more so like allowing the pain and hurt to be there and acknowledging them. The Fool, a new beginning, a new start. I will look into that. We have the Hanged Panda, so being there, presence, not necessarily talking. The Three of Pentacles, working together, so leaving it up to you. The Ace of Swords, talking, communicating. Justice, we have the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So I think presence is what works best for you. Not necessarily someone fixing it. Not necessarily someone going like, oh, I should do you should do this or that. But just sitting next to you, sitting in silence, maybe asking a question here or there, but more so presence of like, what do you need? I do think that there is again, trying different things. So maybe asking, do you want this or do you want that? Take your time. Why do we have the Fool here? Why do we have the Fool here? The Tower and then a Star. I think he might also at some point just crack a joke. Again, just to get you distracted, or like a little bit like laughing, snapping you out of the crying by just, yeah, laughing. I do think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a you get more frustrated, is he cracking a joke when I'm feeling like this, but more, I don't know, something happens and he just kind of like makes a joke of like, well, you know, this person is kind of like an idiot, and you're just like, yeah, they really are. I don't know, it's just like cracking a little bit of a joke about it, just the ridiculousness of the situation. Yeah. But mainly just presence. Because I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of talking from his side. The Three of Pentacles just helping you work through it. Why do we have the Seven of Swords? Why do we have the Seven of Swords? Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I think that you might also be exaggerating certain things, or like lying, hiding, dishonesty, but I kind of feel like in the sense of just him just trying something, again, to make light of it a little bit. Holding me, let me lean on your shoulder, cry, comforting me, hugging me, after a while build my confidence up and help me. think of different ways to solve it and help me try those ideas. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what I am seeing. The Nine of Wands is trial and error. So, and with the Two of Wands' overall energy, I do think that he eventually would get there, but he does need a lot of help. And that help comes from you explaining it just as clearly as you just told me to him. Like, okay, when I am in a situation like that, of course say that like before or after anything like that happened, this is what I need. I just need to sit, calm down, give me something to drink, like, you know, just be physically present. I don't have to talk about it, and then after a while we can slowly like talk about piece everything together, and then we can work towards like actual help. So I do see that happening, but we have a collaboration. So this is not something that comes natural to him, as well as expecting him to treat you this perfectly right from the get-go is not happening. It requires you to actually say like, hey, this is what I need. What would help right now? And you just go like, okay, just will you just be here with me for a bit? And then it's like, yeah, of course. And then he'll sit down. I don't know right away if it is physical touch that he will give right away, but you know, it's a learning process. With the Six of Cups, if it happens again, he knows, okay, let me just sit with you, and then we can build on that, you know. So sweet. I can't believe he actually wants to be there for me. Yeah. Again, with that Two of Wands energy, I do think that it is something that comes very unnatural to him. So it will require like grace. But I think even him going like, just put the stress on me, you know, is already like an, you know, let me help you. I do think that he's kind of a fixer. I do think that he has the tendency of like, okay, what is the problem? And if you're like, okay, it's this, then he's like, okay, then don't do that anymore. Where you're like, no, I don't need it fixed. I need to just help go through it. Where I think he is more like a fixer. This is the problem, let me fix it. But yeah. Cried a couple of times in front of him before and he didn't react. Yeah, because I think again that it comes very unnatural for him. Very unnatural. And he is very much a fixer. So I think he is one, not used to people crying. And like when I think again, same with you with your anger, how he dealt with feelings, emotions and crying is suck it up. Let's fix the problem so that you won't cry again. I think that is genuinely how he thinks to deal with sadness and crying and stuff like that. That's why I think he said, just put the stress on me. So then we can stop crying and we can move on. Not necessarily in the sense of like suck it up, but more in the sense of like, oh, then the problem is solved. So this, even though I am seeing it, comes very unnatural to him, and I think that he does need you to tell him what to do. Not in the moment, because in the moment you don't want to do that. You don't want to vocalize it, because what happens if you vocalize it in the moment, it feels ungenuine and you don't get the level of support that you actually need. Get more frustrated, will start crying more. I say this out of experience. That's usually what happens. So have that conversation before of like, hey, if I'm going through this, if this is what's happening, what I need most and foremost is presence, you just being there. Just sitting next to me so that I'm not alone. It's telling me it's okay. Yeah. He has called me a lot of times. I'm so emotional. I have a lot of emotions. He said most days he can deal with my emotions. Yeah. But that's true. Compared to him, you have a lot of emotions that show. He doesn't show his emotions at all. Compared to him, you have loads of emotions. Which, of course you do, because he has the emotional... He shows his emotions like a fish, you know, not a whole lot. When he said that last thing, he made me feel a little like he just puts up with me. Yeah, it comes across like that. I understand it can come across like that. I do think It's more that he just genuinely doesn't know how to deal with emotions. I think that that's just the bottom line. I think if he knows how to, or how to prevent this from happening, that he would. And I understand it comes across like he would just help me and comfort me just to get it over with, so he doesn't have to deal with it anymore. But I just genuinely think that he also doesn't like that you're feeling that way. I called him a robot before and told him, geez, just show some emotions. Yeah, exactly. With, again, like I said, you guys are on opposites, like, spectrums of emotions. So, yeah. But that's okay. Again, people like that just need, like, verbal of, like, okay, do this. You know, treat him like a comfort robot, then. I guess we were all a bit harsh in how we talk to each other. Yeah. Yeah. No one's perfect, right? But in that moment we didn't mean it harsh. Yeah, no, I get it. Because, like, him saying, like, you have too many emotions, or that you're emotional, you're like, you can correct that joke back of, like, says the person with the emotional intelligence of a fish stick. Like, you know, because that shit's funny. Of course he's gonna think you're emotional. It's the dude that doesn't show emotions, like, at all. Of course he's gonna think you're emotional. Just you showing happiness, that's being emotional for him. So yeah, we still liked each other. Yeah, opposites attracting, learning, you know. Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome. Let me call last call for the free oracles. So, if you're interested in free oracles, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the live stream, let me know your like number, and what oracle you would like. The two oracles available for today are either the no communications oracles from your person, what do they want to tell you, or the what lies beneath oracle. So what's happening behind their actions, what lies beneath their actions and motives and all that good stuff. If you would like them, all you need to do, one of them, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the live stream, let me know what like number you are and which oracle you would like. I will start from my last chat, work my way down, so if your question or request is not underneath there, leave it once more, have patience, I will get to your question eventually. This is going to be last call for the free oracle, so let me know now or forever hold your peace, or at least until tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow. I will also be doing a giveaway today's live stream as well, so stick around for those. If you would like a different oracle, another oracle, yes, a different oracle or another oracle, it's going to be for a €2 donation. If you're wanting a more in-depth, oh that hurt, more in-depth one question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know, I'll look it up, we will figure it out. I'm surprised in no communications with Duncan. I haven't gotten the card Twin Flames yet. No, that's true. But I think he hasn't fully learned. I feel like the Twin Flame card in this one feels more like I've learned the lesson. You know. Like, thank you for finding me again, as like closure. It feels good, but yeah. Thank you so much for the talk. Always, darling. The last two questions really helped me to understand. Okay, good. I'm glad it did. Gave some clarity. Again, like that, we just pull like one string out of it, right? Just one at a time. Shraddha, no communications from M. M for Shraddha. Showing out. I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered. You feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. And I need time to heal. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. It's not about you, it is about me. Okay, I think that was it. Give understanding on why I get overwhelmed. Just you. Coaching, talk, help, love. Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad it did. Yeah. Sometimes it, like, what can really, really help is to name the emotion. For me, I think what helps me a lot is ChatGPT. I talk a lot with ChatGPT when I'm overwhelmed, usually afterwards, just to analyze, like, what happened. And there's a lot to, like, work on and catching yourself doing stuff, even if it is afterwards, right? Seeing, like, okay, this is what I did, and this is coming from this wound. For me, everything that happens comes from the same wound, and we're kind of like slowly and surely kind of like piecing everything together as well. But it helps to talk about it. It helps to point it out. Like me as a child, especially as like a teen, I was such an angry teen that my family still warns like new people entering the family for me. Just how, like, my dad, whenever he brings this was like 5 years ago, when he had a new girlfriend, he like, yeah, warned them about me and my temper, just because I didn't take bullshit. Disrespect me and I'm coming after you. Yeah, but yeah, it's just also hard to break that as well, because the people around you don't know when you're like changing and healing and working through it. Yeah, my therapist has said that most of the time I get anger is because of injustice, unfairness, yeah, and shame because I feel like a failure. Yeah, for me as well. I get very triggered when I feel stupid. When I feel like I should know something and I don't know it, and it usually is very much attached to how someone else brings it, as if like, oh, you should have known that, you know, then I get very triggered. Yeah, I got very much a wound of not being chosen, not being heard, not really having space, you know. So I, as a child, grew up not taking up space, you know, and then now as an adult, I still don't take up space. Yeah, but that does mean frustration build up, because, you know, you need space. You need space. And then creating that space for yourself, and then dealing with other people not really understanding, me not really being able to articulate what I'm feeling, where it's coming from, or why I want you to act a certain way. And then that building up in frustration because they're not understanding me. That's ding 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 number one. Then there's going to be assumptions which aren't true, but they are based on things that I said, which I didn't know what I was saying or what I was feeling, so they are based on things that are untrue, but then I feel like an idiot because I should have said it better, but then the assumption is not true, and that's how you now view me, so I get even more frustrated, like, and it just comes into this negative spiral that you then just, like, get in, and it is very much, at the beginning, just catching yourself in the spiral of going like, whoa, wait, no, wait, hold up. I think I'm in a spiral right now. I don't want to be in this, but I need some time to figure this out for myself. But yeah, I got one more question. I'm going to say, but not sure if how I worded is correct. That's totally fine. We will figure it out, darling. My therapist said, name the emotion for the reaction. Reaction like anger is a secondary emotion. Yeah. So identify the first real root emotion. Yeah. Whether it is, like, because you cannot really catch it right away before the reaction. But it is always helpful to always, like, look back at it. Okay, what was the core emotion I'm feeling here? Hurt. Okay, great. Hurt. Where's this hurt coming from? What is the core of the pain? And sitting with that pain, feeling it a bit. Where it's like, okay, I feel judged. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel worthless. I feel whatever that word is, and sitting with that for a little bit. And then, okay, how would I like to have reacted to it instead? Because it's also like healing, going through a healing phase is a lot of apologizing. It is a lot of work, and it is a lot of apologizing, and it is a lot of going back in your words and going like, you know what, I'm sorry. I think it comes from this and this and this. I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant. I will work on it, or I will try to, you know, it's still a healing process. I'm still working with it. I just now see what happened here. I'm sorry. You know? But yeah, anger is very much a secondary. It's like I said, it is an emotion that anger comes from frustration. Like, you don't have angry babies. You have frustrated babies and children. You have, I think, like 5 core emotions, and anger isn't one of them. Frustration isn't. I would classify frustration as an emotion, because I think it's just frustration is ignoring an emotion that needed attention. And then anger comes from ignoring the frustration, from dealing with the first emotion. It's like when we're sad about something, but we don't get the acknowledgement of sadness, whether it is from ourselves or from other people, we get frustrated because no one acknowledges our sadness, ourselves included, and then we get angry. No one is fucking caring, you know? But the core of it is sadness. So yeah, anger is very much a secondary emotion. Again, I don't think anger is necessarily emotion, more like an outlet, more outburst. But yeah. Let me close the list right away as well. List is closed. So for everyone wanting, you can still make a donation. This is last call though for everything. So if you're wanting an oracle, it's going to be for a €2 donation. If you're wanting a more in-depth 1-question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €10 donation. Donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. Anger is a call to action, usually when we've ignored the call. Boundaries are a good antidote. Yeah, for sure. But we do need to understand where, like, anger, I feel like you're already too late into your action. Anger also comes from anger for ourselves that we didn't have a boundary, or we didn't react, or we didn't acknowledge the emotion that is at. For me, anger is you're already too late. It's not fixing anything, it's not helping anything, it is hear me, it's a cry of attention. But yeah. It's like the movie Inside Out. Yeah, and sadness was needing field healing because ignoring it and pretending to be happy all the time makes it worse. Yeah, exactly. Inside Out is such a good movie. Another one that I always recommend, it is a Korean one. It's a little bit older than Inside Out. It is Yumi's Cell, with a Y, Yumi, Y-U-M-I, chick, S, Yumi's Cells, which is kind of like Inside Out, but it describes it so well, what's happening within us and our emotions and stuff like that. But yeah. Wow, you're into psychology as well. I am a life coach. I'm originally a life coach, a resilience trainer. So, yes, I love psychology. Okay, Ashley, why does Bruce really want to be there for me? Like, helping you grow, heal, and companionship and so on. Why me? What is it about me? What about me that I'm so special? You're not, okay, first and foremost, you're not so special, darling. You're just you. You deserve that. It's not that he sees you this special, that, oh, he wants me to have all of this, or he wants me, no, it's not because you are special. I mean, you are special, don't get me wrong, you are special. But it's not that he is so special that he only sees that special in you. Does that make sense? I don't know. Does that make sense? But I understand your question. Anyway, why does Bruce really want to be there for Ashley? Why does Bruce really want to be there for Ashley? Why do you really want to be there for Ashley? We have the 5 of Wands. We have the Star, the Queen of Cups, 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands, the Hanged Panda, Queen of Pentacles, the World, the 9 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. I think he sees what kind of like energy you bring, which is more groundness, softness. I do think that you are, attuned to, like, the world is very harsh, and I think that he sees you as more, not soft, but like calmer. Like the hardness of the world hits you very hard, taking it very like personal as well. I think that he just wishes you to be happy as well, to be able to not get so harshed out by life and keep your softness, having high hope for the future there. With the 4 of Cups, I think that there's also a the 4 of Cups talks about regrets, so not being able to be there or do that in the past, so more feeling the drive of feeling regret for not being there in the past, whether that's for you or for someone else. 10 of Wands, very, very, just very tired and overwhelmed energy, and just seeing that and just wanting to, feeling that just urge to help. With the Hanged Panda, seeing you being a person to do it all by yourself, pushing other people away, and just going like, nope, I'm gonna do it myself, and just, yeah, I don't know, finding it hard to watch. The Hermit. I think that there's also a little bit of like reflecting within himself as well. Again, I almost want to say that you're like the opposite as him when it comes to dealing with shit. Like, of course, like we know that he doesn't do emotions, but like the opposite, but I don't know, being able to then help him deal with his emotions as well. Not to say that he's using you to get to his own emotions. I think that it's a byproduct. Where it's almost like maybe we can meet in the middle somewhere. You know, he gets a little bit more emotional, you get a little bit less emotional, and like in the middle we find balance with each other. Why the 5 of Wands? Yeah, I think that he is a very helping person. I do think that he genuinely, for people he cares for, genuinely wants to be the best version of himself and genuinely wants to help people. I don't think that he is an asshole altogether. And with that 5 of Wands, that's like misunderstanding. I don't know if you guys had like bickering sometimes, but like in a playful kind of like way. I do think that with that, he just doesn't know how to deal with it. You know, I think he always wants to help. He just doesn't know what to do. Feeling like I'm not fit to make any attempts in the past. My therapist said a different word, but for me to understand, because I just couldn't, he said secondary emotion. Yeah, okay, I get that. Yep, my therapist is working with me on dealing with my emotions and grieving my old child and keep boundaries. It has been for months. It's just different on each session depending on how I've been that week. Of course. And been going through. Yeah. I get that. So twin flame lessons. We did disagree sometime. Dig our heels in the ground and walk away from each other. They just talk and be okay again. Yeah. Like the 5 of Wands in this instance kind of feels like that bickering of like siblings, you know. Me and my siblings could get in the biggest fights and then 5 seconds later go like, you want a soda? I'm going downstairs, you want something? You know, it kind of feels like that, where it's just like, yeah. Because I do think that that helped as well. So I think he has always kind of like had small ways to show care. I think he just genuinely doesn't know how, like, yeah, again, it doesn't come natural to him. But I think he always just wanted to be there. Because I think he saw the softness in you. Yeah, and with the 4 of Cups, I think that even when you went to a point like of overwhelming and like over it, that he felt like maybe he should have caught onto something, or he should have done something different, or, you know. So, yeah, temperance as well underneath that. That is meeting in the middle, that is compromise, that is, you know. So why you? It's always been you. He always cared. He just genuinely doesn't know, yeah, how to go about it. And if there was one thing that I should pinpoint of what it is about you, I would say more so the softness. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, that groundness energy, that wanting to take care. You care a lot about everything that you put in. You put in a lot of emotions and care and love and support and wanting to be there for other people and not getting it reciprocated and, you know, leaving you vulnerable in that sense. He said before, watching a person's actions, not their words. People lie. I told him no words and actions need to match up. We agreed about that. Yeah. Why did he always care though? I think that that is just a we vibe. And I think that that's with that 5 of Wands, where you could be annoyed with each other and have a bit of but then walk away and come back and we're fine. I think that that's the foundation as well of just how you how do you say that? Connected? How you grow in the connection? That like banter, that back and forward. Sometimes more serious than others, you know. And I think he also has a little bit of that, like, unfairness. He said before, like, hinted around, like, he cared about me, but said he look into don't care about anyone. I just come in and do my job and go home. Yeah. Yeah. I think that that's just protection. Because I do think with that 5 Pentacles, one, he cared, but it's like safer if he doesn't, because I think he is very much like the people that I care for end up hurting. And I think that's also with that 5 Wands, that, you know, that banter and boyish behavior a bit. Like, you care, don't lie, you know. Not necessarily lying, maybe he didn't know that, you know, that there is that caring at the bottom. But yeah, that's where then for him the confusion comes in, and that's then hard to understand for us as well, because there was so much confusion within him. Yeah. But yes. But when it comes to like building boundaries and stuff like that, we can also do that, like, you know, small little steps. And I said to him, see, I don't know if you care. He got mad. It then said, sometimes it seems like you cared and sometimes you don't. I can't tell. He got so mad. I said that and walked away. Yeah. Again, I think that that's then where all the confusion comes in. All the his belief system, what he wants, what he's feeling, what he's thinking, his actions versus his words, his actions versus how he's feeling, his words versus his feelings. And that's, I think that that is where the not alignment works. Because again, I think he is convinced that it's safer for people to not care about him, for him not to care about other people. Because I think that he is convinced that that's when the hurt starts and the hurting starts. I told him I need to hear it and see it, and consistency. Yeah, of course you need to. And that's, again, proud of you, because that's a hard boundary to set with someone that you care for. Just go like, hey, there's inconsistency here. And for him, of course, that's then, you know, like a cat in a corner. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then it's easier to push away than to open up and admit, you know, I care. Because I care comes with, it might come with like responsibilities, it might come with hurt, it might come with, you know, expectations, it might come with me failing, you know. I just don't know why he got mad when I told him. I don't know if he actually cares or not. I think, yeah, again, I think that that's where the confusion also comes in. I think that that, again, going with like mad and anger, that comes from unrecognized emotions that is at the core of it. And I think with him, it's a combination of things. Is there a giveaway? Yes, I already said that. But I think it's a combination of things, like both opposites, and that's why it's so confusing. Where getting mad of like caring. If he didn't care, he wouldn't get mad, right? Let's just get that out of the thing. If he didn't care, he would be like, because I don't care, you know. But he didn't, which is just an indicator that you care. And I think that that's also where the anger comes from, because he had the realization of, fuck, I care. You know? Because I think it's easier to not care for him. Yeah. It's like, he got mad when I said I don't like him anymore, and he was the one with Belen for months already, so he shouldn't care. He made his choice, yeah. Again, I think that this is just something for you to let go of as well. This exact moment in time. I think it's fair for you to be confused about this with his actions. Because it is. It is ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. And his reaction didn't make sense at all. And there's no explaining it as well. Because I think that that, again, is where the confusion for him lies with his emotions as well. He didn't have the right to. However, just because he didn't have the right to not be angry doesn't mean that he then doesn't get angry. You know, that's not how it works. Yeah. And I think that this is also the core of your confusion with Bruce's emotions and feelings altogether. This exact moment. Because before, his actions showed that he didn't care. Him getting angry makes you go like, did you care? Then why the fuck are we here, you know? Yeah. So it made me feel like he just used me the whole time. Yeah, that makes me leery about stepping forward. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Because of course it does. But let's not put other people's actions, over our self-worth. Anyway, guys, some of you already started spamming your number, but we are gonna do a giveaway. What you can win is an in-depth one-question tarot reading. So as always, be subscribed to the channel, like the live stream, let me know what number you think is going to be the winner. If there are multiple people with the same number that win, we are just going to do a round 2 with the winners alone. I just set the chat, so if your number is not underneath there, leave it once more and have patience while we get going with the giveaway. The numbers are between 0 and 9. You confused me so much. Yes. Which is understandable and so not fair, may I add. So not fair, because it leaves you just in limbo and questioning and wanting to understand. But this is just a situation which is, 1, not your responsibility to understand, and 2, it doesn't matter if we understand or not. It's frustrating to not understand, and I understand where it's then coming from of like, was I just a toy to you? Yeah. So yes, guys, let me know your number underneath my last chat. And let's just, see it for what it is, which is just you being confused. But the solution to that is not necessarily trying to understand. Sometimes that's just letting go. This is confusing as fuck. I'm not even gonna get into it. What does it do? Give him a chance to at least talk, or what? What do you mean? I think him getting angry, I don't think that necessarily was planned from his side. I think that was just a reaction. And I think that kind of like scared him as well. Like, fuck. Because again, getting angry means, for him as well, why did he get angry? That must have been confusing for him as well. Why the fuck did I get angry? If he has been treating you like that, it's not fair, Because I don't want to be used or used again or hurt again. I get that. And that is where then boundaries come in. And I think it, like I said before as well, I think it's good to have that walking away moment and just focusing on self. I don't need to have closure right now from you in order to move forward and focus on myself. If it comes get back, we'll see when that, ship comes by. We will deal with it then. Let's not worry too much about it. It will happen when it happens, or it doesn't. I'm just gonna focus on my life and work on the things that I need to learn from this connection, boundaries, communication, whatever that is. And then in the meantime, I don't have to understand to walk away. I don't have to understand to make it better. Because certain things he did was just fucked up. Period. And there's no necessarily explaining, well, but he's going through a lot, or no. Fucked up, no excuse. Bitch, bye. That of course the door can be open for him to come back and explain at some point, but we are not going to put a reserved sign on the door of reserved for Bruce alone while you are just working on yourself, And of course you don't want to be used or hurt. No one does. And then if you're still feeling that way, that it's like an open wound, then I definitely say walk away. Because you cannot get healed next to the person that's still actively hurting you. Even though it's something that happened in the past, the trying to understand can also still open the wound a lot of the time. It's like someone broke a plate and then you go, fix it! That's not, You need to go like, okay, fuck off. I'm gonna fix this, but I don't need you near here with that attitude. And then we're just gonna fix it a bit. And then if you come back, we'll see how far along I am with my plate and if I'm willing to let you in again. So, yeah. Okay. So we have I'm gonna close the list for the giveaway. So we have number 2 twice. We have number 7. We have number 1. 127. 127. Yes. Okay. So, I'm here just want to soak up Lindy life coaching wisdom. And why do I still care about him? But it's like trying to get into a freezing cold pool. It's okay to care about people. It's still okay. Of course you still care. It has a big impact as well, and there's a lot of like desire there, and that's fine. You can care for someone and still go like, okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit of step back. I want nothing but the best for you. I love you even. I care for you. I literally want just all the happiness for you. But I want the happiness for myself just a little bit more. And that requires me to just take a little bit of step back, you know. And everyone in our life at some point does a shitty thing to us. You know. Okay, anyway, the giveaway. Let's take a look. What number is the winner of the giveaway? What number? It is number 7. Jayasari, congratulations. You just won the giveaway. Congratulations. And celebrations. Na 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 na. Hey, hey. Congratulations, darling. You just won the giveaway. Let me know your question and I'll take a look. I'll take a look. Yes. Yes. Dipping your toe in, yeah. But you continue to do it and just make more of a confusing mess. Yeah. And I think, like, part of how you work, I think that you are someone that's very black and white. I need to gather all the information so I can make a decision what is right or wrong. If sometimes things are very, like, if a dog, okay, I'm getting the example of like someone walking a dog and the dog poops somewhere where they shouldn't poop, and the person walking the dog sees it and decides to ignore it. You clearly say they have bags for it, they could pick it up, but they're not there, you know. To you, that's like, that's clearly wrong, because the intention was wrong. If the person didn't see it, you would be mild to them, because it's like, well, they didn't see it, so maybe they, you know, and I think that that's a little bit what's going on with Briss. If we don't know the intention, we don't know what's going on, we don't know the reasons, so we cannot judge. We're in that gray area, and I think that you're a person that would like to have some sort of judgment. Either it's good or either it's bad. And if we don't have that judgment, that clear image of what's going on, and so it feels like you're not justified if you punish him harshly, because what if he has a good reason? You know. And then there is that confusion of like, okay, but what if I do? I don't want to be too harshly. I don't want to be too mild. You know, I don't want to be used at one end and be kind and loving and caring and all that. But at the same time, this fucking hurts. But I don't know if his intention was to actually hurt me. Because if the intention is to actually hurt me, of course I'm done. But if I don't know that, then it's a bit where it's like, And in the end, you are still hurt, you know. Yes. I don't know if that's the case, but that's kind of like what I'm getting. I'm very black and white. And different isn't, then I get confused. Yeah. Where you can also just go like, it doesn't matter, like the dog pooped on the street, you should pick it up. Like you should, like, and then it's okay to address that. Whether the intention was good or wrong, that still happened. The experience still was I got hurt. And that, is wrong. Lenny knows exactly me now. Just because it, for me, is very relatable as well. JS, please tell me what should I change in myself and upgrade so that I'll be happy in myself and also in my relationship, because I see 6-9 a lot. Okay, JS, what should you change in yourself and work on? What should your JS work on themselves to get happier? JS, what should JS work on to become happier? Should you work on? We have the Three of Wands and the Hierophant. The Three of Wands is overall energy. It talks about expanding, opening our view, learning, growing, getting different perspectives, opening the world a little bit more, making different choices. We have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. I'm already getting, it can be helpful to practice being grateful. Gratefulness. The Nine of Pentacles is someone that got a lot, right? But it's not where they want to be, and they can be a bit ungrateful of like, it is perseverance, it is working hard, it is putting in the energy, but there's a slight hint of entitlement, of like, why don't I have this yet? Why am I not where I am yet? Why am I, where it's like, it can also be like, look where I already am. Look the steps that I already took. Look what I've already achieved. So part of it is that. We also have the High Priestess. We have the Four of Wands and the Seven of Swords. I don't know if this also has to do with the home, creating your space, your spot. Even so, if you are, let's say, in a relationship with kids, it can be hard to have your spot in the house. But I do think that it is very important to make it your space, or make one part of the house your space. Because I'm feeling that there might also be a not really feeling comfortable in my environment. The High Priestess is very much trusting your intuition. If there's something that you really want to do, look into it. I think that there is maybe I kind of want to do this, but then there are 6 million reasons why you shouldn't do that. And I think that that's also kind of like preventing us from actually pursuing our happiness. The Three of Wands is making different decisions. If we do the same thing over and over and expect a different outcome, that's never happening. We need to change certain things so that we have different outcomes. So what do we need to change? How to expand? Look within. Again, with the High Priestess is our intuition. It is a little bit like hidden and mysterious, and that's also okay. Not knowing what is next is also okay. Just give it a little bit more time. Again, do some research, do things for yourself. I kind of want to take a look at the Seven of Swords. What is the Seven of Swords? Because I think that there's also a part that's like lying to ourselves. Nine of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles with the Devil. I think that there's something that you really want to do, whether it is work related. I feel like it is something to do with like material world, whether it is getting a new car, whether it is starting a new hobby, starting a different job. But surrounding this topic, I think that there's a lot of fear preventing us from moving forward with this, and us lying to ourselves. I don't need another car, I cannot do this job, I shouldn't do this hobby, it costs a lot of money, it's a lot of, and just talking ourselves out of doing this. And I think creating something, whether it is a space or an activity that is just for you, just because it brings you joy, whether that is making jigsaw puzzles, whether that is painting, whether that is dancing, or I don't know, picking up an instrument, or I don't know, whatever that is for you, that is just for you, whether that is an activity or just creating your space, can be very, very helpful. 2, I think practicing gratefulness can be very, very helpful. With that High Priestess, trusting your intuition, what are you guided to do so? And with the Three of Wands, it's expanding our vision. It's expanding, looking further and beyond. Because I'm kind of feeling something like excited. with that Knight of Swords is saying it out loud as well, what you want to do or what this is or whatever, talking about it with other people. It's like, oh, I kind of want to do this. No matter, not to say it with to get other people's opinion on it, but just to say it to confirm it for yourself. Because sometimes we need to say things out loud for us to go like, oh, that's actually true. I actually want to do this. Well, that's nice. Okay, let's go do it, you know. So, yeah, I want to learn tarot. Then definitely go do it. I read it opens portals, and it drains energy, and it's addictive. Can be. Kind of depends on yourself as well. Open portals, I'm not so sure about that. For me, I always have the feeling that I link just to my guides. How it works exactly, I'm not sure. So far, I think I'm pretty safe. I think it's also intention. I understand that it can be very, very scary. Don't start until you're comfortable with it, I definitely want to say, because intention, with what intention you lay the cards, that's definitely, you know, the energy that you focus on is what will grow. So the more fearful you are, the more that fear is going to grow, and how much more negativity you are going to attract. I think, for me at least, tarot is very much an extension of my own intuition. So it's my intuition that I'm having. I use the cards to build on that. Like, my intuition is like the stream, and the cards are like the little, it's like the little pieces of the puzzle, and my intuition is what connects them all, is what creates the story of the tarot. So yeah, I think if you don't get involved in darker things, or asking questions that you shouldn't be asking, or using it for reasons that are not intended that way, then I think it's totally safe to just get started. How I started, again, very much as an extension of my own intuition, which you do have here. So I do think that you're good with your intuition, as in you have a very strong intuition. Just seeing it as an extension. Like, the tarot can word what your intuition is feeling, what you are struggling to put in words. So your intuition is saying something, you don't really know what it is, but something's off. You put down tarot, and that gives you like words and information and a story of like what is happening. And these days it's so stressful because I don't know what to have to change in me, in my relationship. I think at the core of everything is ourselves. So putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, creating a little bit more calm surroundings surrounding ourselves. Yeah, before we can build up as well. So I think you're doing good with that Nine of Pentacles as well. The Three of Wands is just expending. I think what happens when we're stressed and when things don't go well, our world becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, where I think it's better to look outward for help, for what's going on, for, you know, showing ourselves. Focusing on ourselves, yes, inward, but not making ourselves smaller in it. But just standing tall. Okay, this is who I am. Okay, I'm just going to invest in myself a little bit so I feel better, so I can create a calmer surroundings for other people to join me in then. You know, but I think you're doing good. Just take it one step at a time. I think tarot can be really good to also help build your confidence and build your intuition and your gut feeling. Don't take up the responsibility of the world and other people and what's happening and all that good stuff just on you. You are not sole responsible for your relationship. It's also the other person. And you cannot have a happy marriage where one of the person is miserable, because then you don't have a happy marriage. So we need to focus on our own happiness first, encouraging our partner to do the same, and from there we can grow together. We cannot feel miserable and then strive to be in a happy relationship. Because that's not, one, how it works, and two, that's not happening. So start with yourself. Thanks, Linda. You're very welcome, darling. And go kick ass. You absolutely got this. 100%. You got this. Go and get them. Do you think I have good intuition? Yeah, I do. I do. And I think that like, intuition is a muscle that you can train. Everyone has intuition. Everyone has intuition. And again, that's something that you can train. And yes, of course, there are limits to how much you can train it. But yeah, we all have it. We all have intuition. Also, get rid of the idea of needing to be special. Maybe this is such a Dutch kind of like thing. Okay, so like, there's a test that people do about like the happiness and the happiest people, and I think a lot of times people are shocked that the Dutch are so high, but the Dutch have this saying where it is, just act normal, then you're already crazy enough. Just act you, be you, and then you're already crazy enough. Where in America it's very opposite. You have to be special, you have to be the best, you have to be better than everyone else. In the Netherlands it's like, no, if you're average, you're good, then you're doing perfect, then you're acing life. If you're average, you're doing absolutely amazing. So yeah, what's so special about mine? Nothing. But so is mine. Mine is also not special. It's just intuition. It doesn't have to be special for it to work. You don't have to be special to be amazing. You know? Your intuition doesn't have to be a certain like way. It's the same with like athletes and whatnot, you know? They are the best in some parts, but not in all, and it's like, it's not, intuition is not a competition. You don't have to be special, you don't have to be the best. It has to work, and you have to trust it, and that's all it has to do. That's all it has to do. So just be average, and then you're acing life. Who needs to win? That's effort. Who wants to put in effort? Yeah, thanks so much, Linda. Thanks for the tarot reads and the life coaching talk. Of course, always. I love having these talks as well at the end, you know. Yeah. Again, I think the Dutch are just very, like, even in schools and whatnot, so we get rated of like 0 to 10. That's our rating system. So when we get like a 6, that's like, oh, did I pass? Yes, great, okay. Like, we don't need, oh, I graduated cum laude. No one gives a shit. No one cares if you passed barely or you passed with flying colors. No one gives a shit. No one cares. Low effort and you passed? Great. Putting a lot of effort and being the best? Also great, but it's not greater. It's just, okay, if that's what you want to do, then go do that. Like, there's not so much like competition here for that. Just be normal, be average. You don't have to be special. The only person you have to be special to is yourself. Because that's the person that you have to spend 24/7 every day for the rest of your life with. So it's good if you make yourself feel special. Then you're like, oh, yes. Like, if someone else then adds to the special, then that's nice, but you don't need it, you know. That's fine. No, the average. You make things so simple. It is, though. I gave up. I'm good being average. Yeah. Sometimes I think you could be a best mom. Yeah, probably. I was dealing with narcissist parents. Yeah. I'm good being average. But that is good, though. What's wrong with being average? You know? That's also such a, like, wanting to be the best in even one thing is such a big pressure. Because one, how do you measure that? Two, that just sets you up to fail. No, I am barely getting by, and that's good. I'm getting by, so I don't need more. It just lightens shit up a little bit. Where it's like, well, no, yeah, I did it. Yay. Yeah, American is a clan mentality. Yeah, I think American, again, has that always needing to be the best and the biggest and better and, always outshining other people. Which is just a little bit sad, really, because that also leaves, like, you cannot be genuinely happy for someone else's happiness, Because it's always, you win, but I lose. Because you win, I lose, Which is just sad, really. But we always think to be special to someone in life. Be special to yourself. It happens in India a lot. Parents, society force us to be special. Otherwise, you're nothing. Yeah, I get that. Because it's also, I think in India as well, I think marriage is the biggest thing, and you have to have something special, So I definitely get the pressure there. I think the Dutch mentality is just very, like, well, doing good. Okay. Because it's also, in the Netherlands, we, like, if someone achieves something amazing, that means that we could do that too. It more motivates of like, oh my god, that's fucking amazing. That's great, We feel good about, like, we want people to thrive and be happy. Because that means that maybe I can do that too. Because they are just average. And if they, yeah, then I can also achieve that. And it motivates also to help other people and, compassion. And, yeah. Of course, you always want to be special, but for me, this also then gives space for me to find myself special. And that's already a very, very hard thing to achieve. Like, not needing other people's validation of being special, but getting it from yourself. I think that is the hardest kind of validation that you can get. And then if you have it, everything else kind of comes after that more easily. Yeah. In America, there are two ways they use special. You're the best, but then hated and attacked, and then different and stupid. Yeah. But at the same time, no one wants to be average, You have to be fair, slim, good hair, even ugliest looking groom. Parents need a lot of dowry and a heroin kind of daughter-in-law. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would do good in India. I don't think I would do good in that, like, mentality. But yeah, I get it. I think it's also getting now more difficult in India because of social media and the access to the outside world, which just makes it harder. Most of America isn't for helping people and lifting people up. More of it. You're different, then you're attacked and shunned. Yeah. Yeah. I think in the Netherlands we are also experiencing a little bit like that, where, especially in the big cities, it's nothing like that. Like, here where I live, it's still, if I walk the street, like, it's all, also you have to contribute to it, right? So when I walk the street, everyone I come across, I say hi to. Hi, good morning, good day, which just helps. It's like little things that you can do to help build a community a little bit. Because it's also getting a bit, like, the younger generation is like, I don't give a shit, but yeah. Society just puts too much expectation, especially on women. Oh, 100%. These people even test your walking style? Are you a model? Like, that's ridiculous. It's sad. It just seems America isn't for heart of kindness. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's easier, like in America, like you also have the other end of that, where in little rural areas in America, there's more, like everyone supports each other because everyone knows each other. But then it gets also very defensive. It's not like an open and welcoming kind of like community. We also have that here. A couple of, especially the islands, which are very isolated, are very much like, this is our people, fuck off. We don't want outsiders here. But yeah, I think we have that everywhere, in the world. And you need to have kids within a year, otherwise we have an issue. And that's too only with girls. Yeah. It's never the men's fault. Of course it isn't. It's very much doggy dog, and I don't care about anyone but myself. Yeah. I get that. It's funny, they ask you to change different dress to see how you look in different dresses. It's like you're seen to see how you look. Jesus Christ. It's very much like a cow sale, basically, marriage. Let me take a look. Show me your teeth. Let me take a look at your hips. Do you have childbearing hips? That's Jesus. I love it. Kindness and happy for people doing good, not envious. Yeah. And that starts, again, those are things that just start with ourselves. For me as well, I think it was a very big step to overtake as well, to say hi to people on the street. Usually I wouldn't. At least not be the first one saying hi. When someone else said hi, I said hi back, but never be the first one. And now I'm more where I say it the first one, just spreading a little bit of just, yeah, kindness. Yeah, they even look at teeth. Oh my god. Don't you just feel like a cow then? Like just an animal? Your nose, hands. Oh. Yeah, again, I would not do well in India. I think I would be a menace. Can I see your teeth? Well, let me take them out. Give me a second. Let me take them out. Like, I would crack jokes like that. And then just hand them a set of, like, fake teeth. Just like, here you go. Yeah, my parents would disown me. They would throw me on the street, probably. Yes. That's where I want to live, in a place like that, but I can't find a place like that in America anymore. Yeah, I get that. I think that there are still places like that. But yeah, in the bigger, here in the Netherlands as well, in the bigger cities, that's out of the question. Maybe the street that you live in, but even that, it's, yeah, in the big cities, not a custom. Because you kind of lose that, yeah, like, quick movement. A lot of people are just there for a short amount of time. They move, there's this, there's that. I think in America you had that years ago. I kind of want to say a couple of years ago. It's not that long ago. A couple of, like, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, where if new people came into the street, you would introduce yourself and say hi and stuff. I think it's also not helpful that America is not a walkable country. That a lot of it is you have to have a car. So you don't pass people on the street. You don't see faces around the area often. Where like, oh, I've seen this person before. Oh, I've seen this person before. It's very much cars. Yeah, because you do have that with motorcycles. When motorcycles see each other, they like greet each other. You don't have to know each other, but you greet each other because you see another motorcycle, and I'm a motorcycle, and this is nice, But you don't really do that with cars. But yeah. And they won't allow other girls of that age to enter that room. They get scared if groomed like some other girl other than the girl he came to look at. Oh my lord. But yeah, that's very just, yeah. Why is kindness and uplifting disappearing in the world? Greed, men, insecurity. Because what if I give you something that I need later? you know? Or what if I help you, but that means I am negatively impacting myself later on? You know, I think that that's, yeah. Even own girl siblings, Jesus. I heard in America people don't touch each other on the street. Like, even small talk. Small kids don't touch each other? I don't know. Here, kids play rough, I think, still. Oh, yeah. I would run away. Yeah. That's what sharing is supposed to do, yeah. I think it's just sad. It's just sad. But again, the only thing that you can do is focus on yourself and like, okay, how can I at least bring a little bit of like lightness into my community? That can also be picking up trash or, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, men, that's true. Yeah, in my area people think that men should not throw away trash, only women should do that. Well, I would throw trash men to the curb. Come into the house drunk on a weekday at like 3 p.m. I would throw you with the trash. You're no better than trash. But yeah, I'm so stressed out living in this world. Yeah, but if we go into that rabbit hole, then we get into a depressive kind of like episode. The world is what it is. Don't have the illusion that we can change it. What we can do is our direct environment, and we can make that a little bit better and to create a little bit of lightness in that little mini piece of the world, and then just hope that that sets the example for other people to do the same. I think there are a lot of fundamental things wrong with the world, how the world works, especially now with the westification of the rest of the world, with the access that we have now with the internet to the rest of the world. And I think a lot of, like a big chunk is, I do want to say, the education of men when it comes to dealing with emotions. Women are now learning to, like, we are getting to an era where it equalizes. Women don't necessarily have a function for men anymore. Men don't really have a function for women anymore. And we're all doing it all the same time. Women have had more time to slowly, you know, learn. We had to fight for our rights. We have to, you know, work with it. Men, now that women are equaling, we don't need men anymore for security, for money, for shit. We need them for emotional support. We always needed men for emotional support. We still need men. We still want to need men, but they need to come to the level that we have been doing with working, which is easier. What we did was easier. Voting, setting boundaries, it's still hard, it's still difficult, but it's easier to deal with than years and generations of not tapping into our emotions. And I think that's also why you're getting a lot of female hate, because the women are outperforming the men. And then men are like, fragile masculinity, what do I bring to the table? Well, nothing, because you're also not bringing emotional stability. If, like, a healthy masculine man with healthy emotional stability, doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what job you have, doesn't matter if you have a fucking job, what car you drive, we don't give a shit. If you can bring that, a woman wants to marry you. So, and I think that is something that we're hopefully, I'm very, very hopeful that that's something that we are able to learn, us collectively, women and men equally, to let men catch up with that and help them actively to get there. But yeah. Anyway, that was a whole spiel. I'll watch Inside Out tomorrow. Thanks for the great suggestion. You're very welcome. I'm sorry. Is that a serious topic going on? Yeah. I was away. That's fine. But yeah, Inside Out is a very good movie to see how it kind of like works. Again, Yumi's Cell, I highly recommend that. Maybe even more than Inside Out. Inside Out, I think I only watched one. I don't think I watched the other ones. But yes. Also, we're not here to change. We're here to live in it and learn. Yeah, Earth is a school. Exactly. It's such a good movie. I cried watching it. It's such a good movie. It really is. But again, Yumi's Cell, for me, was very much an eye-opener. I think I watched that because that's a Korean show drama with a very, very hot actor, may I add. It's Yumi. Let me put it in this chat. Yumi's Cell. Good night, good night. Bye bye. But yeah, Yumi's Cell. I think that's the only thing that's called that way, right? Yumi's Cell. Oh, cells. Multiple cells. And the actor is An Bo-hyun and Jin Young. Oh, Jin Young. Oh, yeah. Cho Minho is also a cutie patootie. Oh my god, he's such a... Maybe I'm gonna watch it again. But it's such a good one. Because it's not necessarily one that goes right all... It also pictures the frustration in relationships, misunderstandings, assumptions that we have depending on, because there's like a cell that's in charge of like food eating, when you're very food oriented or not, how that can clash, or having a cell that's called love, and either you have a cell that's love that's depressed, or someone that's still hopeless romantic, and how that clashes. It's such a good... They really thought it through, and I absolutely it's one of my favorite shows. 100%. Definitely go watch it. I don't know if you can watch it on Netflix though. I don't know where you can watch it, but yes, go watch it. It's so good. It is so... Just because, again, they get the frustration in relationships. It is about like a love story. Other things also, come to play, but it is also when period hits, what happens with our cells. And it's such a funny, good show. I cried during... I don't cry a lot, but I cried with that one. Yeah. Seeing it, if it has a hot actor, was enough to convince me. It does. An Bo-hyun is such a... Okay, I do have to say, you have to get through it, because in the first couple of episodes, he has very long hair and a goatee, and it's a bit like, girl, my dude, get it hair, yes. But then Jin Young is there, and Jin Young is he's just perfect. He's just perfection. He's just... every time I'm like, just go for Jin Young. Just, girl, what are you doing? Just go... Yes. Anyway, but it's such a good show. I absolutely love it. Yeah, one of my favorite TV shows ever. I should watch it again. I kind of want to watch it again. Should we watch it? Like, let's just all watch episode 1, and then we'll come back tomorrow. Because now I'm like, I kind of want to watch it. I think I'm gonna watch it. But I do have to say, the episodes last a long time. I think it's like an hour and a half per episode, and it's it's a Korean show, so it's probably 16 episodes. So it's a long sit. And then there's just filler episodes. I don't think that there are a lot of filler episodes in this show. Maybe 1, maybe 2. But yeah, I like that. Watch live and chat. Oh, we can do that too. I always get second lead syndrome with K-dramas. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, and again, it doesn't help that the second lead is Jin Young. Jin Young is also a member of a K-pop group, GOT7, which I just love. But that man, he just looks perfect. Just perfection. There's nothing, I don't know about his personality. Maybe he's an asshole. I highly doubt he's an asshole. I don't think he's an asshole at all. I think he is one of those people where you look at him and you just go like, there has to be something wrong with you. Please, you cannot be this perfect. Yeah. Anyway, has Naomi watched it? I don't think so. I don't think she has. No, no, I know for certain she hasn't watched it. She doesn't watch K-dramas, and I don't think I've mentioned it to her before. We've only talked about my favorite film, which is Pride and Prejudice, which is good. But yeah, have you guys watched True Beauty, Korean? I might go to cringe a little bit. Every Korean drama has a love triangle. Oh my gosh. It's always the same. I don't know if you've seen the TikToks about Korean dramas. It's always like very predictable kind of like thing. But yeah, there's always a love triangle. Always. It's very, that's why I kind of quit watching K-dramas. Because they become very predictable and are all kind of like the same unless someone suggested it to me. Like, which one was it? Something Souls? Light of the Soul or something? I don't know, something like that. I still need to watch because a friend said, like, I've watched that for the 5th time, and I was like, okay, then I need to watch it. And Yumi Cell also doesn't work necessarily. There is a love triangle, but it's very, again, different, and I love that there is that tension of, like, shit going wrong, and it's not predictable. And yeah, it's just so much fun. You know what? I just thought of that made me smile. What? Of what? Yeah, it's just so much fun. And again, that, yeah, it just works really well. Maybe I'm gonna watch it again, and I'm like, why did I hype it up so much? But in my mind, I was just like, I remember at the time watching it, I'm like, this is so good. This is so good. So yes, homework. Go watch episode 1 of Yumi Cell. I don't know what happens in episode 1 though. I think it's just the introduction of like the world, the inner world. It's just so good. Yeah. Because like what happened for me when I watched it, I watched it's I think a couple of years old. I think like 5 years old. How old is it? 2021, 5 years old. Yeah. So, at that time, 2021. Oh, that was Corona time. So, welcoming depression. But it helped me understand parts of me as well. Like when you're depleted of something, you know how you react, and yeah, it's just yes. So if K-dramas are Korean, C-dramas are Chinese, then P-dramas are Filipinese. Well, it would be totally a different meaning in America. Yeah. Because you also have J-dramas, which are Japanese dramas, which are also good. Chinese dramas are also very good. Yeah, K-drama. We don't have that in the Netherlands. We don't say N-drama. Netherlands drama. No. We say soap. We say soap series. We don't really have dramas. We have soap series. Well, we have more like action. I don't think we have really like love dramas where like the love thing is the core of it. Usually it's like a side quest. But yeah, but also K-drama is just like like in watching an America drama, they have sex in episodes 1 and you're like, yeah, of course. But they in Korean K-drama, they touch each other's hands in episode 6 and you're like you're like totally just you're like, oh, that happened. Oh, you know. You get all shy and stuff yourself. Which is just so much fun. You're like, girl, what are you blushing about? That you just touch your hand. And you're like, yes, but the build up. The build up. Oh, but yeah, in K-dramas, sometimes it's also like it takes too long and you're like, girl, just kiss him. What are you talking about? Just, yeah. I love the Chinese dramas. Yeah, I live on my fantasy of marrying a CEO with them. Oh, 100%. I do love the costume dramas, like the in the old times. So I don't really watch C dramas. I really want to get into it. I really don't have the time because there's also so much K dramas. So with the K dramas, I watch a lot of the like in the Joseon era and stuff like that. Yeah, which is just yes. We call them soap opera back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Now they are just called dramas. Oh, yeah. I don't know how you would call them still in the Netherlands. We have one that has been running ever since I was born. That like when I was born, that's when the first episode came out. So it's going for like 35 years. But we used to call them a soap. I don't know if we changed the names. Yeah, America is just so obsessed with sex. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I've been now in the live stream for 3 hours, so I am gonna skedaddle out of here. Um, anyway, thank you so much for the chits and giggles, guys. Go watch Yumi Cell. That's just the ending of the live stream. Go watch it. It's just so good. I absolutely love it. And again, it gives some insight as well of like your own brain and how it works, like Inside Out. If you're like, girl, I don't have the time, the energy, of the patience to watch 16 episodes for 1.5 hour minimum for each, then go watch Inside Out, because it's also good. It can also like help and give a bit perspective of what's going on in our head. Because you know what it is, like I feel like sometimes there's just confusion of like me as a person and then the how our brain works. I also always say we have like an inner seductive voice, we have an inner coach, we have an inner different, and I think with Yumi So it very much like explains those parts that makes us as well. But yeah, anyway, go watch it. Take care, sweet dreams. Thank you as well. It is sad America thinks that this is the only way of intimacy. Yeah, which is insane. Anyway, yes, have an amazing rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for the shits and giggles, as always. Have an amazing rest of your day. Go kick ass, go get them. You absolutely got this. And I'll talk to you guys again, hopefully tomorrow or a little bit later this week. So